Okay, so we're talking about what's the major problem, the most common problem we see when doing the snatch once things have gotten taught and the basics are pretty much in place. The thing that remains, and it remains probably for as long as anybody's a lifter, is how to be balanced on the foot at the right place at the right time, how to be and what torso position you're supposed to be in when you do certain things. No matter what the lift is, we know that you've got to stay over the base of support, which is basically from the back of the heel to the base of the toes. You have to stay in some part of the foot there. You can't be forward of it, you can't be going backwards of it, it's got to be over that. In the snatch, a very common thing, and it comes and goes as all these technical difficulties do, is looping the bar. Basically, that comes from a couple of things. One being maybe a little too far forward on the foot, and two, starting the acceleration of the bar with your torso still tilted over slightly instead of already being vertical and going towards the rear as the hips join the legs in exploding the bar upwards and also directing the bar upwards. So that's a problem that, again, you will find as a coach and a lifter that you will be trying to work with long after you think you shouldn't have any problems left in technique. And it's a tough one, because as most of the lifting problems are, they're tough because it somehow is counterintuitive to what your body wants to do. Sometimes it means staying back into the middle of your foot a little longer than your brain is telling you to do as you extend upwards. Sometimes it's being in a natural forward moving power position when we're not in a forward moving sport. We're in an upwards and backwards moving sport. And again, your body goes with what it recognizes from a lot of memory and a lot of repetitions about what those things mean. And you've got to kind of break those things, and you've got to break that down to where you're, as naturally as you can, doing the motions and holding the balance on your feet and having the torso in the position that you have to have for this particular task. And that's the hard thing about the snatch, I think, or any lift, but the snatch, of course, is very complicated because of your hand position being way out and because it's going to go over your head without any chance to adjust it. Like the clean and jerk, you've got a little bit of time to adjust at the shoulder. You have no time to adjust in the snatch. And things have to flow, they have to be rhythmic, they have to gain speed as you go, all the way through transition and all the way to your receiving position. And all the time you've got to hold these balances and these angles of torso at the same time. They all have to be correct. Difficult to do, and difficult because, again, they're not natural. So they take a lot of work, and they will fall out of place. They'll go, and you'll have ups and downs in them, and people have ups and downs in them their entire careers. Your job as a coach and your job as an athlete is to minimize those times that you're out of sync, say, and try to work as much as you can to keep it very, very much the same, no matter what the weight is, no matter what the situation is. And that, again, is the biggest problem, I think, with the snatch lift or with any lift.